Good day! Today, I will try to explain another math function, and I'm referring to average, average if, and average ifs. Ano nga ba ang average? Saan siya ginagamit? And paano siya gamitin? Average is like some function. It's pretty straightforward. Gusto natin kunin yung average ng values na meron sa range na in-specify natin. And normally, you can use this with sales, average daily sales, service level, average handling time, average turnaround time, and so on. Anything that requires you to get the average of a specific performance or metrics. So, paano yung formula niya? Equals average. Ano yung average natin? Yung sales. From B6 to B36. And if you notice, hindi ko sinelect yung column B, the whole column B, because meron tayong amount dito which is the target. And we don't want to include that. Enter. And there you go. So now we determined that the average daily sales for January is 22,577. Now, paano naman kung gusto lang natin kunin yung average daily sales for weekday? Doon naman papasok si average F. And before that, we need to identify if yung date is weekday ba siya or weekend. And for that, we will be using the weekday function. And to make our formula simpler, we will create a helper column, and let's call this weekday. And our formula will be weekday and our date. It's 4. So Sunday is equals to 1, Monday is equals to 2, and so on. So that means that 4 is Wednesday, and that means it's a weekday. Now, masyadong magiging mahaba yung formula kapag in-include natin lahat ng numbers within the week. So, let's create another formula na magsasabi lang sa atin if yung day ba is weekday or weekend. And with that, we will use the OR function. OR. So, OR, and then weekday is equals to 1, Sunday, or weekday is equals to 7. Kapag ang day natin, ang weekend na equivalent niya is 1 or 7, that means it's a weekend. If it's false, then it's a weekday. Enter. And there you go. Let's drag the formula down. And now we can use this helper column on our formula. Paano yung magiging formula natin? Equals average if. Ano yung range? Yung weekday. Ano yung criteria? Since weekday ang hinahanap natin, kailangan natin false. And then, ano yung average range? Of course, yung sales. Close and enter. Now, we determined na during weekday, our average daily sales is 21,734. Now, if you want to get the weekend, just change the criteria to true. And now we can see that every weekend, the average daily sales is 24,999. So let's turn this to false. There we go. Another example that we can do is we want to get the average daily sales for those days that are hitting the target. And for that, we will create another helper column. Let's call this target. And we only want to know if yung sales is hitting the target. And of course, the formula for that will be equals the sales is greater than or equals to the target, which is P3. Let's drag the formula down, and there you go. So now meron na tayong helper column to help us identify which days did we hit the target. Now we can do our formula equals average F, and the range is target, criteria is true because we only want to get those that are hitting the target, and the average range is of course the sales. Close and enter. And there we go. So we determined na ang average daily sales for those days that are hitting the target is 27,305. Now, we want to get yung average daily sales on weekdays that are hitting the target. And since we have two conditions, we will be using average ifs. Paano yung formula niya? Equals average ifs. Ano yung i-average natin? Yung sales. Ano yung mga criteria? So since meron na tayong ginawang mga helper column, madali na lang nating ma-identify yung mga criteria. So first criteria is weekday. Ano yung criteria niya? False. Second criteria is the target. And ano yung criteria? True. Close and enter. Let's just change this format. There you go. And we determined na ang average daily sales for weekend na nahihit yung target is 26,987. Ayun lang. I hope I was able to explain it properly. If you have questions, please comment on the video.